Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video from the basement. Again, I decided to do another one, mainly because I want to work out, and I didn't really want to. Sometimes I get tired of just being upstairs and stuff. So I got some good questions for this one, and we'll go over some stuff. I did a video showing off the, the whole basement, the collection, and everything. It's pretty gnarly. It's pretty freaking cool. So I enjoy it. So it's quite a bit of fun. So 701, let's talk about the premiere and whether or not I think it's going to be the biggest episode ever. So this one was from Luciana, and she asked, hey Trev, do you think the ratings will be higher on 701, Season 7, Episode 1, so the Season 7 premiere? Or maybe the cliffhanger being spoiled ruined it? So this one is a really good question. No, the cliffhanger definitely would not have the amount of people that know about who is killed off, or most likely, because we can't say for sure, even with the spoilers and people getting inside info and that kind of stuff about who's at filming and who's not, and who was killed off and who wasn't. Even with that, it still doesn't matter. The amount of people that actually search about this stuff on the internet, very, very few, very few people. If you look at the whole probably community for people that are interested, you're probably only looking at maybe 300, 400,000 people. That's about it. So really, when you look at it, that's pretty small compared to the amount of views The Walking Dead gets upon first airing. And also factor in, there's people in the UK, they don't get to see it right away. They have to wait, right, to see it later. And so, you're looking at maybe The Walking Dead one episode might get 30 million viewers in total after it's replayed. Some people miss it, some people TiVo it or whatever, record it and watch it later, people in other countries. There's very few people that are actually going to know about it, including, like a lot of us here, for example. So I don't think it's going to hurt ratings at all. And I do think, actually, cliffhangers work. They do work. Like there's one thing you can say about them is that when a network does a cliffhanger, like for example, Under the Dome had some really good cliffhangers. The whole series was like a mystery type sci-fi cliffhanger type deal where you're always trying to figure out what's happening next, and you're always in this kind of mystery state, right? So, and when they would have a big cliffhanger, like at the end of the first season when it came back, I remember just checking the ratings real quick. They do get boosted. More people watch it because they want to see who was killed off and what it was. So I think the cliffhanger will work, and it will make 701 be the biggest episode ever. If it isn't, in terms of public interest, then we know for sure The Walking Dead has hit its peak, and after that, Season 5 is the biggest season in terms of ratings ever. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to be your favorite season, but it'll be the biggest season in ratings ever, and the biggest season that the show will ever have, probably, if Season 7 does. If this doesn't top it, then The Walking Dead has a little bit fizzled out, at least a little bit. Probably fear has had an effect on that too, like we've talked about. Alex G says, Trev, Q&A, how many hours do you sleep on average? How many hours do you get to sleep between your regular job, watching shows, with hanging out with your girl, and making videos? I would imagine not a whole lot. So I do get usually 8 hours of sleep. A lot of times it'd be 7 or 6, but a lot of times it's 8, and it's just because a lot of us, we don't realize the amount of things we do on a weekly basis that detract time. For example, video games. Once I quit playing video games, I just had no idea how much time there was in the day and in the week when I wasn't gaming, when I didn't game at all. It was like, wow, I have all this time. What am I going to do with all this time? 24 hours actually is a while if you consider, if you don't spend it, with a couple hours in front of the TV or a couple hours playing games. So yeah, that's one thing you can do if any of you guys are working hard studying or working a couple jobs. Just stop playing video games and you'll find you got all this time available. Or maybe watching watch The Walking Dead. I mean, come on. We're going to watch that no matter what. But like lazy TV watch, like for example, you just turn on the TV for 3 or 4 hours and you just watch whatever, right? Without like tuning into one particular thing. So that's a big time detractor, vampire for sure. SmoothJK says, wow, are you planning on selling these about the figures and stuff just because of the amount and everything? So yeah, no, I'm not planning on selling my figure collection anytime soon. Maybe eventually though, because I do have, you know, I do have so much. Like you guys saw in the collection videos, just the amount that I actually do have is nuts. And he said, does having them open detract from the value? Yes, it does. It reduces the value, because I didn't intend to buy them just to mark them up and sell them. That's not, I don't do that. Next one is from Dan B. And he says, okay, so he said that he compared characters from The Walking Dead to Fear the Walking Dead. And he's got Nicholas is our Rick, he thinks. A lot of sites have it as Nicholas is Travis. So Travis is our Rick from, sorry, Travis is our Rick for Fear the Walking Dead. A lot of people think it's Nick is our Rick. So, you know, either one I suppose you could go with. We'll see how the series goes and who survives. But I think right now Travis gives me more of a Rick type vibe than Nicholas does. Nicholas is like a loner and stuff. That's not really Rick's personality. Rick goes after his family. He doesn't try to run away from his family like Nick does. Alicia is Carol. She's kind of, I think she's too young. We'll see. Madison is our Michonne. Maybe that, I like that comparison. Travis is our Hershal. I disagree. I think Celia would be our Hershal for sure. And Chris is our Shane. Yeah, you could see that. And I did see like the site I referenced the other day that maybe he is. Let me switch hands here real quick. It'll work out just holding up the camera for this long. Yeah, so I could definitely see that. Let's see what else we got here. We'll do like one or two more. Trident the Fan says, every season in The Walking Dead, we see different looking kinds of walkers. From ones in wells to ones in sewers. The list goes on. Going into season 7, what kinds of different walkers would you like to see? And I'll make this the last question because, yeah. So, what kinds of walkers would I like to see? Well, we saw with Dwight on the Road from the sneak peek that they're just getting more and more decayed, which is cool. And it's probably just going to get to be more, over time. Like we'll see even more and more decay as we go through. So, yeah, it should be cool to see what walkers they have. Right now, I think in the series, it's not really about walkers right now, after No Way Out especially. It's going to be more focused on characters, the character drama, the character dynamics, groups, and surviving in the zombie apocalypse. So, yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys, from the basement. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to thumb it up below, and you can also share a favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left to subscribe. That's it for this one. See you guys again soon. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya.